My name's Olivia, I'm a T-level student at Telford College and I did my last placement on Ward 15 and 16 at the Princess Royal Hospital. When I began my last T-level placement, I was nervous and apprehensive to begin as I was in an environment I was not used to and I was dealing with cases of illness I had no idea existed. A couple of weeks prior to starting, I experienced a family bereavement in the form of my granddad, who passed away a couple of weeks prior. This really changed my whole experience as I grieved constantly, and unfortunately the way I looked at placement changed and even the thought of placement made me feel nervous. Fortunately, I was supported by a number of individuals within the placement. The college industry placement coordinator was able to support me by giving me the time I needed to grieve in the form of removing me from placement until I felt confident enough to go back. Once I felt like I was ready to go back, I was further supported by my ward manager Sharon. We had meetings every Wednesday to review how my day had been and what I needed support with regarding the placement.
I'm Sharon Angelides, I'm the ward manager for the stroke unit at Shrewsbury and Telford Hospital. So we are very lucky because on our unit we already have work experience members of staff, so we were used to having members of the public really who were under the age of 18. We've also been very lucky that we're one of the wards in the hospital who also are able to support and do have members of staff who are under the age of 18. So when we had T-level students who were going to come and see us and spend some time with us, we were perhaps a little less daunted than some of the other areas, but for us it was just to kind of feel it out, see how they feel when they got there. What were they happy with doing, what weren't they happy with doing? So when the members arrived, our T-level students, there was 2 of them at the time and we split them between our 2 wards, which is 15 and 16. They were buddied up immediately with 2 of our very good healthcare assistants who were happy and comfortable to take students with them, and slowly but surely we've took them through our daily process. They told us if they were uncomfortable with anything, we kept checking they were okay with everything. It worked out to be a really good mutual placement for them. We managed to get them around all the dietitians, speech and language, physios, OTs, so they were really able to get well and truly a good placement. We were very lucky at the end of it that actually our 2 students wanted to have jobs in the hospital. So we were managed to secure Liv, and Liv has come to work with us now, and she's one of our healthcare assistants. It's actually been really lovely to see her journey and see how well she's come on and how now her confidence is so much greater.
Hi, my name is Kerry. I work on Ward 15 and 16, the stroke unit at Princess Royal Hospital. So after 6 months of me working on the stroke unit, my manager approached me and asked if I wanted to mentor a T-level student, and I was happy to do this. I felt quite honoured that she would ask me to help out in that way. I think with the ward that we work on, being the stroke unit, we have quite a big variety of patients on sort of different levels of care. So initially I was a little bit apprehensive with Olivia's age. Obviously we see quite a lot on this ward, and it was just all about having that communication and just making sure that she knew her boundaries and she was able to communicate them to me, and me just sort of looking out for her and making sure that whilst I'm doing my job, that she still looks comfortable. Again, with the communication, if there's any questions that she had afterwards, it's just making sure that she's got time to ask those questions and that she feels comfortable in doing that.
That actually she now inputs on our 2 new healthcare assistants that have just started, and so it's been lovely to see her journey, and hopefully we might be able to keep her and she might go off and do her NA training from here.
This gave me the confidence I needed to start my HCA job, which I had applied for last June. I was posted on Ward 15 and 16 under the same manager, Sharon, and once I began my job, I immediately felt more settled, and now I have the confidence to complete tasks by myself.
So since I first met Olivia, when she was a fresh T-level student, she's now got a job as a HCA on this ward, on the stroke ward, and that was just it was a proud moment. She, on her last day as a T-level student, before she went on holiday, she gave me a card and some chocolates, and it just, yeah, I definitely got a tear in my eye. But it was just, yeah, proud moment. I remember when I was 17 and I went into an apprenticeship, and it was a big job. And I remember how scared I was, so it was quite nice that she felt so comfortable that she's then been able to go on and actually get a job at the end of it and within our team. So yeah, very, very proud moment, yeah.
What we've also enjoyed is the fact that we have got more T-level students coming, which is phenomenal. I think my last set I had 4. I had 2 the first original set, so we're building and we're growing. It's really such a great thing that the Trust now needs to get on board, and we've got a great new workforce with these T-level students. We've got an absolute pot of gold that we really need to invest in. We are hoping that the next T-levels will get jobs, and then we have then got our future workforce, from whether or not people want to stay as healthcare assistants, whether they come in and they see that actually, do you know what, I'd like to be a physio, I'd like to be an OT, giving these T-level students the amount of chances to see the whole picture and to try and work with all these different types of specialities can only ever benefit the Trust.
My placement next year is at the Royal Shrewsbury Hospital, completing radiotherapy, a job opportunity which I have considered for a number of years, and I am incredibly excited for it, and I'm looking forward to the experience.